Hey everyone, Micah here with Electrek, and today we are testing out the Polarna M4 folding e-bike. Let's check it out. The Polarna M4 has something that most other small format fat tire e-bikes don't have, which is full suspension. I'll start by saying no, this is not some fancy schmancy high-end suspension, but it does make a difference when you're heading off-road, and that's where the magic lies. You're still going to bounce around a bit, but it makes it possible to go faster and still have a comfortable ride without getting bucked around like on a non-suspension or just front suspension bike. And going faster is one of the M4's specialties. It gets powered by a 750 watt motor in the rear, and the company says it will get up to 32 miles per hour. I think I actually peaked somewhere around 29 miles an hour, so I didn't quite get what they claimed, but it's still a fast e-bike any which way you slice it. Since a lot of people are going to be using it for on-road use as well, that fast speed means that you can use it as a quick commuter bike and still get a lot of utility out of it. You won't be stuck in the slow lane, you can actually keep up better with the speed of traffic. And speaking of utility, the bike has it in spades, thanks to that big ol' rack on the back and the included fenders. These parts all come standard, which is nice because many companies charge extra for these kind of utility parts. The bike is only priced at between $1,400 to $1,500 depending where you get it, so I'm actually surprised they aren't upcharging for this kind of stuff. That price might sound expensive if you compare it to some of the most budget level e-bikes, but keep in mind that this is a full suspension bike and that adds cost. Plus, it's got some other nice parts like hydraulic disc brakes. Yeah, they're only on 160mm rotors, but they still make for strong braking power and are a nice low maintenance solution. Those cast wheels are another nice low maintenance part, since you'll never have to worry about loose or broken spokes. Plus they just look good too, if you ask me. The color LCD screen also looks great. It doesn't pick up quite as well on camera in the bright sun, but when the sun goes down, you really see how nice it looks. Though when the sun goes down, you also see how weak the headlight is. You might want to add a more powerful headlight if you'll be riding in areas with no streetlights. But for basic B-scene lights, the head and the tail light are just fine and will let cars know you're there. Now if you've been watching folding e-bike reviews for any amount of time at all, you probably already know how they fold, but just in case, let's fold up the Polarna M4 here and see how it goes. We start at the stem here, there's a safety you have to undo, we fold those bars down, and then the second spot is in the middle. Again, you gotta lift up a safety, open that latch, and then it folds in the middle. And that's just about all there is to it. There's a nice little stand built in down here so that when you rest the bike down in folded position, it actually stands nicely and doesn't fall all over the place. All in all, you've got a fairly compact bike for a fat tire bike. Now it still weighs a half ton, but at least it's small enough that you can hopefully throw it in the back of a car. To be fair, by half ton, I really mean something like 68 pounds or about 31 kilos. Yeah, it's not lightweight, but it's not a 100-pound e-bike either. As long as you're a healthy adult, it's still a reasonable amount of weight to pick up and load into a car. But what can you expect? Folding e-bikes are not lightweight because they have to be engineered to not break in half at that weak point in the middle. Then you've got those fat tires and the 750 watt motor adding weight as well. The only thing that really goes in the bike's favor in terms of weight is that the removable battery is not overly large, at just 48 volts and 12.8 amp hours, so it's not going to add too much weight there. I would have preferred some more battery, but I guess there's a limit to what you can fit in these folding frames. Now the company will tell you that you can get 45 miles of range from the battery, but that's of course way too optimistic. I found that closer to 25 miles of range, with harder throttle riding mixed with some reasonable pedal assist, was a better real-world figure. But your mileage may vary, literally. If you want to sip away at the battery by using pedal assist all the time, be my guest. It's got an 8-speed drivetrain and it pedals nicely. But me, I love using that throttle and going to town on the thing. There's a happy balance in the middle somewhere, but throttling along is just so much fun that it's hard to resist the urge. To sum everything up and bring this review to a tidy close, I'd say that while the Polarna M4 doesn't wow with any high-end parts or anything particularly fancy, it's got good bang for your buck. A fast, full suspension e-bike with decent parts at this price is a rarity. They probably won't have the same service and support as the bigger local companies, but they also offer a price point that those companies don't match. So I guess it's all trade-offs in the end. Thanks for watching, everyone. We hope you enjoyed that review of the Polarna M4 folding e-bike. If you did, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe either, so you won't miss any of our future electric vehicle videos. We'll see you here next time.